Hello everybody! Today we're talking about the 3 worst neighborhoods to live in Philadelphia. So this video is going to be all about the 3 worst neighborhoods to live in Philadelphia, and it's based on walkability, bikeability, and the transit system specifically to those areas. So based strictly on walkable, bikeable, rideable, let's get with it with the 3 worst neighborhoods to live in Philadelphia. Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. I'm Gregory Martyr, your local real estate and local information expert here in living in Philadelphia, in the greater Philadelphia area, Philadelphia County. Got you covered outside of the city as well, in all the counties, Montgomery, Bucks, Delaware. Got you covered in Jersey too. If you have a question, you have a comment, hit that down below. Don't forget to hit subscribe, click that bell notification, but you could also call, email, text us anytime. We're here to help and happy to do it. Let's get started with the 3 worst neighborhoods to live in Philadelphia. So the worst, or the let's call it the least walkable. Most of them are in the northeast section of Philadelphia, but it's a great area to live in. So it has nothing to do with anything else but walking, riding, and biking. There's not a ton of biking infrastructure. The transit system is there, but it's more limited than it is in other parts of the city. But you can grab a cab, you can grab an Uber, you can grab a bus, you can grab a train, planes, trains, and automobiles, although the planes are at the airport, so it's not really there. But you see what I'm getting at. So coming in at number 3, we got Olney. Worst part to live in Philadelphia for walking. So it's very pockety. Is that a word? Olney is a great part of the city, about 35,000 people living there. Most of your errands can be done on foot. We're giving it a solid B on the walking and biking aspect, also in transit. When you're going out for a 5-minute walk, you might be passing maybe 10 or 12 different places to shop, eat. Whereas in the better, more walkable places of the city, you might be passing hundreds of places in that amount of time. So you're gonna have to walk a little further, but you can grab something really good to eat in Olney. You got a ton of eclectic food, a lot of fun places to visit, and when you're walking out, you can walk off those calories that you just ate at some of those fine restaurant places. You got 1 rail line running through Olney. You got more than 80 restaurants and coffee shops and places to eat. That area of Philadelphia is definitely gentrifying. We got a really cool commercial district on North 5th Street, so if you did drive or happen to get there, it'd be more walkable once you're there, but it would take you a little while to get there. So much diversity in Olney. Only in Olney. Say that 5 times fast. Olney, 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 Olney. Price points are really affordable in Olney, from $40,000 up to about $200,000. You got an average price point around $100,000. Excellent place to live. Not too walkable, but great section of the city. Okay, number 2 worst spot to live in Philadelphia based on walkability is Chestnut Hill. Now listen, Chestnut Hill is actually a phenomenally great place to live in the city. Real estate values are astronomical. Excellent school system in that area. I mean, just a great overall part of the city. To get down to Germantown Avenue, very similar to Olney, where once you're there and you can walk, a lot of great places to check out, but you have to kind of drive or get to that area. Not a ton of biking infrastructure in that area. Transit, you do have a few means or lines, as they call them, to get around. Got about 10,000 people living there. 5-minute walk will probably get you by maybe 4 or 5 different places. So you can see the difference of one of the better, more walkable, easier places to go in the city as far as walkable goes versus Chestnut Hill. There's a ton of art, culture, dining. There's a lot that Chestnut Hill has to offer. Walkable? Not so much. You're only about 7 to 10 miles outside of Center City. It's a really historic and really nice part of the city. Got an average price point right around that $400,000 price. There are places you can get under $100,000 in and near Chestnut Hill. It takes you all the way up to $2.5 million. You want to check out some real estate? Let me know. Be happy to do it. You want me to go a little more in depth on something else? Be happy to do that too. All right, drum roll please. At the moment we've been waiting for, coming in at number 1. Number 1 worst place to live in Philadelphia. I kind of chuckle because it's really a great place to live in Philadelphia, but it's not very walkable. It's more suburban, if you will. Pockety. There's that word again. Northeast Philadelphia. Number 1, Northeast Philadelphia. And I kind of alluded to that in the beginning. I mean, there's almost 60,000 people living in the northeast section, or is it far northeast section of Philadelphia. You got Somerton, you got Torresdale, you got Ronhurst, even Fox Chase. We did a video on Fox Chase. Gotta check it out. About a third of the city is in the northeast section. Definitely gonna need a car to run errands. You're not gonna be able to walk to get more than one or two different items. You probably have a couple hundred restaurants, bars, pubs, different places like that to go out and eat, go out and have a good time. A 5-minute walk isn't going to get you in front of a ton of those, maybe one or two. There are bikers allowed and certainly places to ride your bike, but there's not those specific designated bike lanes, not a ton of them throughout that part of the city, because there's really not to say there's no reason, but there's really not a big need for that. Bikers are more than welcome. You got an average price point right around $215,000, and there's a ton of great places in that section. Anywhere from $80,000 up to $500,000. So number one, northeast section of Philadelphia, not so walkable, not so rideable, but a great place to live overall. You wanted us to maybe talk a little bit more about it. Maybe you wanted some more information on some other sections of the city. How walkable is Brewery Town? Were you ever wondering that? Well, let us know. Hit that comment button, comment down below. Just shoot me a text, send me an email. I'm Gregory Martier, your local real estate expert here in the greater Philadelphia area. Everything that's Philadelphia, everything that's real estate, we got you covered. In the city, out of the city, we got you covered in Jersey too. Call, email, text us anytime. We're happy to help. Appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you on the next video. Have a great day.